Ready? All right, let's bring the Improvement Service Committee to order. Let it be recorded that Nicholson, Worry, Nenning, Vanderleest are present. Need a motion to approve the minutes of the regular meeting, April 26, 2017.
Move to approve.
Motion by Nenning, second by
Second.
Worry. Under discussion here, none. All in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion carried. Approve of the agenda.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Worry. Second by Vanderleest. Under discussion. Here none, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion carried. 3, consideration and possible action on request by Mike and Melissa Taylor to rescind the special waste collection charge, $70, 721 North Maple Street. Director Grenier.
Received a letter on January 25th indicating that the petitioner is in the process of a move. They had a small child's pool left in the yard by the shed on January 23rd. They left around 10 o'clock that night, 10 p.m. for the night, returned at 3:30 p.m. the following day, and there was a yellow note with a $70 fee for removal of a small pool. Neither the person nor their spouse asked for the pool to be picked up. It was on private property. City of Green Bay stole their property and then charged them $70 for it. Don't know if the neighbors thought they had moved and moved the pool, or if the garbage people or Public Works took it from the yard, assuming it was trash. Contacted my staff. Staff said that they wouldn't come into the yard to take it, and that they would have to file a request to have the charge rescinded. They sent the letter in. I did review it. There are some photographs here showing where the pool was located, and it is directly at the back, a curb out in the terrace, and you can actually see the hood of the bulk collection vehicle that was out there. So this photograph was taken immediately before the item was picked up. As you're aware, we do have latitude at the staff level to rescind an early set out or a improper collection. At this address, there were 3 priors, so with that, we cannot make that at a staff level. So the request to rescind was denied, and they were offered the ability to come before INS and petition their case.
Is the petitioner here?
I'm not sure. Either Mike or Melissa Taylor?
I move to suspend the rules to hear from interested parties. Second.
Motion to suspend the rules to listen to interested parties. All in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion carried. Okay, now the floor is open. Just raise your hand. Recognize you. Just go to the podium. State your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Michael Taylor. I live at 1135 Oregon Street. We were moving at the time and there wasn't enough room in the moving truck, so we left that behind, and when we came back the next day, the pool wasn't there. And when I went to check the mail, that's when I seen the slip in the mail for $70 for the special waste collection. And I was completely confused about the whole situation, so I called immediately and asked about it. And I explained the situation, and they said we could, dispute this, and that's what we did.
Okay. Any questions from the committee?
So how long was the pool sitting there?
1 day,
Like overnight?
yes, overnight.
Okay.
How long have you lived there? Or did
We
you
lived there for 3 years?
Did you have any of the previous early set outs or
No,
collection charges?
no, not at all.
Prior.
And the reason why we moved is because we were having problems with things getting stolen from our yard, so that's the whole reason we moved from that address.
Any other questions? If not, entertain a motion to regular order business.
So moved.
By Nenning,
Second.
second by Worry. Under discussion. Hear none. All in favor? Okay, what are the wishes of the committee?
Director Grenier, if I could, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, Mr.
Do you
Ward.
have the dates of the previous violations? Could it be that they were prior
Well,
to?
back page.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
So if the gentleman said he lived there for 3 years, that would be consistent,
Move
that
out, so.
they were not his. We don't have the ability to track that within the database. All I know is when the charges were issued.
Any other questions, or I'll entertain a motion?
From looking at that pool there, it looks like it's almost brand new.
It was my son's pool.
Uh,
Yes, it was not trash by any means.
In other words, I don't think you didn't set it out yourself
No,
personally?
sir.
It was just left in your yard?
Yes, sir.
Somebody walked it out there or
Yes,
whatever?
sir.
Okay.
Well, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. I believe what you're telling us, so I'll make a motion to rescind the charge.
Motion by Lanning to rescind, second by Worry, under discussion. Hear none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nays, motion carried. Okay, it's rescinded.
Thank you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Number 4, consideration, possible action, on request by Worry that the Department of Transportation complete an in-depth review of Ashland Avenue overpass to determine life expectancy and way removal versus resurface, or recondition, or reconstruction options. Director Grenier or Worry? Who wants to handle that first?
I'll go first, I guess. In meeting with,
Go ahead.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. In meeting with the state DOT, we were talking about the railroad yard, and they brought up the overpass and how its life is about 75 years, and it was built in the 50s, and they should look at it at no cost to the city and let us know how long they think it has left, and if it has problems, what should be done. And so they just need a request from the city, and they'll do it. So
Well, and what I was going to say is either approval or refer to staff, whichever you,
Unknown caller.
whichever you would please. I think accomplishes the same objective, we just need the authorization to go ahead.
I'll make a motion to approve with the referral to staff to complete it.
Motion by Worry to approve to staff. Refer to staff?
Basically, how about refer to staff so that they complete the request.
Well,
Perfect.
And what I was gonna say is approve the request by Alderman Wery that staff consult with. And then continue on with the rest of the agenda item. as-
Hopefully we
as I-
have-
Yep, that should be.
Perfect.
I'll second that.
Second by Nenning, under discussion. Hear none, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion carried. Okay, 5 and 6 are Zimma's communications. He wants both of them held. So for number 5, I'll entertain a motion to hold it to our next meeting.
Okay, move to hold until the next meeting.
Motion by Nenning to hold for our next meeting, second by Vanderleest. Under discussion, hear none. All in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion carried. 6, entertain a motion to hold for 2 weeks.
So moved.
By Worry, second by Vanderleest. Under discussion, hear none, all in favor? Nays, motion carried. Number 7, consideration with possible action on report of the purchasing manager. Steve, you wanna, or Rick, you wanna take one at a time, or?
I would recommend taking them one at a time.
Okay. 7A, request approval to award a contract for lighting replacement at Cherry Street ramp to Bodart Electric for $259,970.
No copy machines, right?
Pardon?
No copy machines.
This is a relighting project, energy savings. The award is recommended to the low responsive vendor. The first 2 vendors did not meet our specifications for the lighting fixtures, for the energy savings, and for the control mechanism. So Bodart Electric at $259,970 is the low bidder. This bid will qualify for $63,951 in Focus on Energy rebates. So that will come back to the city once the project is completed. The project will pay for itself in less than 4 years with energy savings.
So although the bid price shows at $249,970, once we apply the Focus on Energy rebates, the net cost to the city will be $196,019. So that's reflected on the summary sheet that you have in your packet here. Move to approve.
Motion to approve by Worry, second by Nenning. Under discussion, hear none, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion carried. 7B, request approval to award the purchase of a aerial lift truck for the Department of Public Works, Electrical Division to Alltech Industries for $134,629. Rick?
This was done through an RFQ. We received 3 bids. We're recommending an award to the low bidder, which is Alltech Industries. The bucket truck was $130,172. We are purchasing optional toolboxes and an optional extended warranty, which brings the total award to $134,629.
Any questions? If not, entertain a motion.
Move to approve the recommendation to award to the low bidder.
Motion by Nenning to approve, second by Vanderleest, under discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion carried. 7C, request approval to purchase GPS/AVL devices for city vehicles from Precise MRM for $15,745.
This equipment was bid out a year ago, and we equipped, I don't remember, Steve, was it 96 vehicles at that
I
time?
think that's pretty close.
So that was the first wave, and that included the software and the devices that go on the vehicles. These devices, this package provides the location of the vehicles, keeps track of the amount of material that the vehicle spread in terms of snowplow operations, et cetera. I think some of that's required by the DNR, Steve, or?
Well, the tracking of it, yeah.
Yeah.
We're not currently regulated, but we are required to report.
At any rate, we are now retrofitting another 47 vehicles. So we sole source this, we're buying from the same manufacturers of the original devices, compatible, and all the equipment will be the same.
Any questions? If not, entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Vanderleest, second by Worry, under discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion carried. Request approval to purchase 2 auto car chassis from Quality Truck Care Center for $265,694. Rick?
There are 2 refuse trucks that are approved in the 2017 bonding issue, I believe.
Correct.
These are the chassis for those trucks. We purchased 2 vehicles last year, and the award was to Quality Truck Care for the auto car chassis. They have offered to give us the 2016 price on the 2017 purchase. They were the low bidder last year, the low responsive bidder last year. We're recommending taking advantage of locking in that price at last year's prices.
Any questions? If not, entertain a motion.
Move to approve.
Motion to approve by Worry, second by Nenning, under discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion carried. 7E, Edward, requests approval to award a contract for replacing the roof at Fire Station 5, East Mason Street, to the low responsive and responsible bidder. Vendor recommendation will be handed out at the INS committee.
This is the second time in 2 years that we bid this project out. The first time, we received no bids. This time, we received 2, and we're recommending award to the low bidder, which is CNC Services LLC out of Anawa, Wisconsin, for $44,000.
Any questions? If not, entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Vanderleest, second by Nenning, under discussion. Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion carried. Thank you, sir. Moving forward, 8. You want these all together?
One at a time.
Pardon?
We'll have to take them one at a time.
One at a time. Consideration of possible action on review and award the following contracts. A, City Hall third floor lighting, data cable, and ceiling tile replacement. Director Grenier.
Okay, this was bid out, all 5 of these contracts were bid yesterday. Received 2 bids for the City Hall third floor lighting, data cable, and ceiling tile replacement. Low responsive bidder was Electrical Synergies LLC at $245,805. Recommend to hold until the next meeting. Need to coordinate with both Parks Department, who's responsible for City Hall, as a general rule, and then there was also IT cabling, so I need to talk to IT to determine whether or not we have the funding to complete this project. If not, we'll have to rescope it and rebid it, so we're requesting a hold for 30 days.
Move to hold.
Second?
There's a motion to hold by Worry, second by Nenning. Under discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion carried. 8B, East River Pedestrian Bridge Overlay, Director Grenier.
East River Overlay Bridge was bid out and low responsive bidder was Zenith Tech Incorporated at $171,013. That is substantially over the project estimate. Staff is making a recommendation to deny the award, and we're going to rescope the project and rebid the project. Possibly do some of the work with internal forces to try to get the cost back in line.
How much did we have allocated?
Offhand, I
Oh, okay.
don't remember.
Entertain a motion.
We had 105 in the CIP.
Oh, okay. I move to approve the recommendation to deny the award and direct staff to rescope it and rebid it.
Sure.
Motion by Nenning to deny the award and to rescope the bid. Second by Vanderleest, under discussion. Here none, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes, motion carried. 8C, Charlie, re-roofing Fire Station Number 1, Director Grenier.
Now things get a little bit easier. 3 bids received. Low responsive bidder is C&C Services Group LLC. Total bid award is $42,609. Recommend award.
Any questions? If not,
Move to approve.
motion by Wery to approve, second by Nenning. Under discussion. Here none, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes, motion carried. 8D, David Sewers 2-17, including water main, Director Grenier.
3 bidders. Low bid was DeGroat Incorporated for a contract value of $464,228.88. Recommend award.
Move to approve.
Motion by Wery to approve, second by
Second.
Nenning. Under discussion. Here none, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes, motion carried. 8E, Edwards Sewers 3-17, including water main, Director Grenier.
4 bidders on this contract. Low responsive bidder was DeGroat Incorporated, $547,917.21. Recommend award.
Third, motion by Wery, second by
Second.
Nenning. Under discussion, here none, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes, motion carried. 9, consideration, possible action on request from Highbrow LLC to allow existing canopy lights and fire sprinkler system connection to remain within the right-of-way, and to allow the installation of 2 additional signs within the right-of-way at 313 Dowsman Street. Director Grenier.
Highbrow LLC is the legal entity that it owns the building where Hinterland Brewery formerly was on Dousman Street. As part of Highbrow coming in to petition for some new signage on the building, we were able to discover that there were some pre-existing encroachments within the public right-of-way. So what we're doing here is consistent with actions the committee and council has taken in the past for the hold harmless agreements to make sure we've got documents for any of these encroachments. Staff recommends that a hold harmless agreement be executed to include both the new signs as well as the existing physical features, and we're recommending approval of that hold harmless agreement contingent upon receiving the applicable insurance, the owner receiving all necessary city approvals, and authorize the mayor and clerk to execute those agreements.
Any questions? If not, entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Vanderleest, second by
Second.
Nenning. Under discussion. Here none, all in favor?
Aye.
Nays, motion carried. 10, consideration with possible action on applications for concrete sidewalk builders licenses by the following. A, Widener Concrete Construction LLC. Director Grenier.
Recommend approval.
Entertain a motion.
Second.
Motion to approve by Vanderleest, second by Wery. Under discussion. Here none, all in favor? Nays,
Aye.
motion carried. 10B, Shoe Construction. Director Grenier.
Recommend approval.
Move to approve.
Motion
Second.
by Nenning to approve, second by Wery. Under discussion, here none, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes, motion carried. 11, Director's Report on Recent Activities, Department of Public Works.
Very short report tonight. Just want to make everyone aware that staff we have been out with the spring yard waste collection, and this week is the last week of that, so everyone should have had their material to the curb already. We will be suspending that yard waste collection at the end of the week. And by suspending it, I mean if we get a phone call from an alder or any concerned citizen saying that there's still a pile out there, we'll go and pick it up, but after Friday, we charge for it. So I just want to make sure everybody's aware of that. We did actually have a pretty aggressive media blitz indicating that when the dates of this were, and we've been pretty active on social media and on the website as far as making sure those dates were publicized. So with that in mind, as we're moving forward towards, I'm already looking forward to, buds are just starting to pop on the trees, and I'm already thinking about yard waste or fall loose leaf collection. I just met with Shelby today. We're gonna be preparing a 3 to 5 minute public service announcement, educating people on why they can't be putting the leaves or yard waste out in the street. It has to be up on the terrace, and it's actually related to our stormwater permit with the Department of Natural Resources. So we're gonna put that PSA together, try to get that out on the city's webpage, on the YouTube page, on the social media pages, engage the local TV stations and see if they'll run that PSA with us and help us promote that so that we can educate people as to why that material can't be out in the street. You have to keep it up on the curb, because if it's out there, that causes problems with us, so we're kind of left with no recourse but to issue the citation. One other thing, I had a conversation with Alderman Dwayne today. He had a communication that came before us a couple of weeks ago, and what he was looking for was to have staff engage the Department of Natural Resources, to have them come into a council meeting to discuss why we've had to change how we enforce construction site erosion control. I did hear back from the DNR earlier this week, and because of there's still an open enforcement against the city of Green Bay that we're working on, because of that open enforcement, they cannot discuss those types of issues. They can discuss it with the council, but they can't discuss it in an open forum, and the only way for them to make that presentation is to open the floor. The minute you open the floor, you have to hear from all interested parties. So they have declined coming in to make a full council presentation, but instead we're working with them. For anyone who's interested, we can either have small groups or one-on-ones in my office. So if anyone's interested in hearing that presentation from the DNR about construction site erosion control, by all means get in touch with me, and I'll make sure to make those arrangements to have that meeting done.
Well, if you do schedule it, let me know.
Okay.
I'll try to be there.
Andy, who's a representative from our committee too?
Yeah, you bet. Okay, any questions? If not, see we place on file.
So moved.
By Worry, second by
Second.
Nenning. Under discussion, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes. Motion to adjourn by Worry, second by Vanderleest. Under discussion, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Ayes, motion carried, we're adjourned.
Not bad.
It's this.